Hello, hello. Welcome to Beyond Common Business Secrets. We are going to talk about magnetizing clients with your voice, the art of speaking your value. So, welcome to the Beyond Common Business Secrets podcast. This is a show where female business owners and entrepreneurs come every week to uncover powerful tools and insights as well as strategies for building successful, authentic businesses. I'm your host, Tracey Watts Cirino, award-winning podcast host, number one best-selling author, speaker, and business mentor. And I consider myself a dedicated advocate for female entrepreneurs who are ready to go beyond the ordinary. So today we're diving into a topic that is close to my heart. This is very close to my heart, and I believe it is a key ingredient for every successful business owner. Learning to speak in a way that naturally magnetizes the right clients towards you. I want you to imagine if you can communicate in a way that magnetically attracted all the best clients for you and your business and your offer to you, while it magically repelled all of the people that weren't meant for your offer, right? So I want you to just imagine that you have this steady stream of clients that are drawn to you before you even make your offer. So there's no hard sales needed, just the power of aligned, purposeful communication. When this happens, it lets clients see exactly why they need to work with you. So in today's episode, magnetizing, right? And think about a magnetic. I actually should have grabbed one before we started today. But when you think about a magnet, it has both sides of the coins. It has the piece that's like drawing things towards you, but then sometimes it uh refuses, like, right? They kind of like rub off and don't pull together. So I want you to think about it in that way. So magnetizing clients with your voice. This is the art of speaking your value. So today I'll be sharing 3 essential techniques to help you unlock your voice and communicate from a place of aligned energy and your power of authority. So if you're ready to start attracting clients who truly value what you bring to the table, this episode is for you. You're going to want to dig in, grab a notebook, grab a pen. If you are somewhere that you're sitting, if you are walking or driving, just dig in and devour all the pieces that you find most useful. So I'd like to first start with clarity. So when we start with clarity, I really mean getting into the nitty-gritty of this. So when I talk about clarity, I'm referring to getting crystal clear on what it is you know and believe. When you're crystal clear on what you know and believe, when it pertains to the way that you provide your products, your services, the way you deliver content, this is going to allow you to be sharing in a way that feels really simplistic and really natural. And that's what we're going for. Your clients that haven't met you yet, those clients are drawn to leaders who speak with clarity and conviction. So they already kind of, with that, it's like an unspoken thread that like pulls you towards people. So clients know they want they want to know where you stand and what you stand for. And they want to know how you can help them without having to dig through a bunch of industry jargon or complicated explanations. So this is true in so many different industries, and I talk about this so much. So If you have already read Beyond Common, the 12 Essentials for Success in Life in the Workplace, you know this is one of my pet peeves. And this is an area that I help so many business owners in varying industries because you don't want to complicate anything that you're delivering to your clients by speaking a bunch of industry jargon or creating these complicated explanations. So, one way to do this is to focus on the core truth of what you're offering. So, instead of trying to explain every single detail, because nobody cares about the details, I know when you're an expert in your field, you're like, oh, but I have to explain this and I have to share my worth. The thing is that when you speak with clarity and conviction and take the time to make it simple, people will already trust you. People will know, like, and trust you because of this. So before you get into all these overcomplicating details, I want you to ask yourself, just take a minute and ask yourself, and this is something that you can write down if you are in a position to write this down, or you can save this episode and come back to it again and again. What is the most important thing my client needs to know? So ask this question before you're communicating anything, whether you are writing an email to a specific client, writing a broadcast email to all of your clients, you are writing a post for social media. Ask this question. What is the most important thing my client needs to know? Then communicate that clearly as if you were talking to a friend who has no idea what you do, right? You're going to explain it so simple. So this is one of the things, like, for me, I help women grow their dream business and get paid so that they can live their best life. That is the simplistic bare bones of what I do. That is not digging into, oh, I have a podcast. Oh, I have 5 international best-selling books. I have 12 different programs that you can purchase and a ton of creative products. Like, that's not saying all of that. That is pulling back the bare bones of what I truly do, right? So when you can think about it through this simple thing, that if someone said to me, oh, what do you do? I can say, oh, I help women grow their dream businesses and get paid so that they can live their best life. Do you know anyone who would benefit from my services? Easy, simplistic. At a cocktail party, someone's going to say, oh, Tracey, I have a friend that you need to talk to. So you want to drill it down into this most simplistic type of messaging. So a tip for you would be, before any presentation, meeting, conversation, if you're going to a industry conference, you are going to speak on someone else's podcast, I want you to take a moment to ask yourself, and this is something you'll want to write down. Ask yourself this question: what is the simplest way to explain what I do? What is the simplest way to explain what you do? So, by stripping away any unnecessary details, you will actually build trust and make it easy for clients to see exactly how you can help them. So, I know it's like we want to show our value, so we'll add all these extra details, and it's just confusing. You can even think about the last time somebody tried to explain to you what they did and they added all that extra stuff, and you were standing there like, oh, I have no idea what they do, and I don't even know how I could ever help this person or refer anybody to them. So if you can't put yourself into the story, think about somebody else that's confused you. And then this will allow you to pull back the layers, drill down, and simplify. So let's go to the second one is show up authentically and speak from your heart. Now, I want to talk about authenticity. This is a buzzword right now, but I want to go deeper than this. So, being willing to show up as your true self, even if that means sharing some of your personal journey. So, I get a lot of response from clients and followers all the time that anytime that you read any of my books, you attend any of my workshops in person, or you purchase any of my online programs, they always tell me that it feels like we're sitting down and having tea. We're having tea together. It's a simple chat with your friend. That is by design. I am authentically that person that is going to sit you down like your big sister and say, let me give it to you straight, friend. And that is such a powerful compliment when I hear that back that is actually received that way. So I want you to think about this in the context of your stuff. Like really be willing to show up as your true self, even if it means sharing some of your personal journey. Like oftentimes I have to make something complicated when it comes to building back-end automations and technology for clients that are part of our, marketing that we do a lot of marketing for. I have to really share some deeply personal stories because this makes it much easier to understand the complications of automations of tech, right? So just think about using your stories in a way that allows clients to be naturally drawn to you because people are really drawn to leaders who are real, right? Like I didn't wake up like, oh, and I know all this stuff, right? It's not about trying to be perfect. So who when you are the type of person who doesn't feel the need to put on a mask or pretend or be fake, or try to be perfect, that's what people are looking for. They're looking for someone who can relate to their challenges and understands the journey that they're on. Now, being authentic doesn't mean that you have to like overshare every bit of inappropriate details, though sometimes, friend, I do. And it's just part of who I am, but that doesn't mean that that's right for you. So it's really about choosing to share the things that will resonate with your ideal clients. You don't have to put it all out there. You can pick the like exact stories that would highlight the lesson that you want your ideal client to walk away with. So this is something that you could just test it out. Just test it out. And it doesn't mean that you have to do this perfectly every time. Your voice is going to quiver, it's going to shake, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And the real courage comes from saying it anyway. I know those moments when my voice crackles and I just kind of say it anyway. It's incredibly healing for me. And that's when I'll get people that come up to me and say, oh, I heard you speak at this thing 3 years ago. And I have no idea what I said, but something I said really resonated with them. I usually go, oh, that must have been a moment that I was almost uh, like working through my own fears and challenges. And so I don't remember all the things. So I want you to think about the moments in your journey that helped you grow, especially the ones that relate to the work you're doing now. So, when you share stories of growth and resilience, you show your audience that you've been in their shoes and understand their struggles. And that makes your voice magnetic. So, when I share this story of how it took me 40 years to write my first book, Beyond Common, the 12 Essentials for Success in Life and the Workplace. It took me 40 years to write that because I had to overcome my struggles with imposter syndrome and not being good enough because I failed grammar in ninth grade. So, all my life, all those 40 years of my life, I just wrote it off that even though I had this dream in my heart of becoming a number one international bestselling author, that it wasn't for me because I was telling myself this story on repeat about not being good at grammar. So therefore, I wasn't worthy of having a message anybody would care about listening to. Now, that was an old story. Once I overcame that old story and conditional beliefs that were not serving me at all, right? When I overcame that, I stepped into my own power of being an author and having a message of value to share. And now I have 5 number one international best-selling books. I am a speaker who speaks on stage all over the world. We have a top award-winning podcast, and I've created multiple online programs that help other female business owners and entrepreneurs at various stages of their entrepreneurial journey overcome other challenges. Like we have the CEO Power Code, the Beyond Common Essentials. We have different masterclasses and workshops that help you really dive in and authentically align your voice and your energy in a way that truly serves your business and your life. And I feel like I'm just getting started. Like I have so much more, but I had to ditch that old story. So I want you to do a little digging, ask yourself some questions, and what story could you share about a struggle or breakthrough that shows that you're willing to learn and evolve? Because people love that. It makes you have this human connection, right? This level of openness allows you to connect to your clients on a human level, and it makes you more relatable and approachable. So I want you to kind of think through all the things that have happened. You didn't just show up like, oh, hey, I'm this successful business owner today. Think of the times where you were struggling or where you took a step forward, but then it made you come back 12 steps and you fell down a cliff because you were trying to grow and evolve to the next level of success in your business. So I want you to just take a moment to think about that because that will be extremely, extremely helpful. So, finally, I want us to dive into communicating your value confidently and generously. So, finally, let's talk about confidence specifically. The confidence to communicate the value you bring to the table and do it with such a generous heart. So clients are looking for leaders who know the worth of their own skills, their own knowledge, and the resources that they provide. They're looking for people who aren't afraid to share them with them and with the world. So this is where many business owners hold back, worrying that they'll sound too salesy or too self-promotional. And my friend, I've been there. I've struggled and worked through this process. This is one of the many things that is helpful to hire a business or a life coach to help you work through this stuff. But here's the thing. When you speak confidently about your value, it isn't bragging. It's showing clients how you can help them reach their goals. When you're clear about the results that you can deliver, clients feel more confident in choosing to work with you. If you are not putting yourself out there and really showing that you're confident that working with you will deliver these impactful results, then it's really going to be hard for a client to say, oh, I want to work with you. So if this is an area you want to go even deeper on, I suggest you grab my workshop on brand clarity, how to speak your brand message with confidence. This is a workshop that is an on-demand workshop you can listen to and go through the workbook anytime. It is an extremely low cost offer that will bring you revenue for years to come. And it is so worth it for you to work through and apply the knowledge you gain from this workshop into every aspect of your business brand messaging. This will allow you to go even deeper. And it is so, so impactful if you're to the point that you are really ready to go all in on this. So before like that, the hot tip I have for you here is like, before you start a call, think before you start a call, before you shoot off a engagement email to your client, before you post any content, think about one specific way you add value to your clients' lives and their businesses. Then communicate that value openly. When clients see that you're confident and generous with your knowledge, they're more likely to reach out and engage, right? And maybe it's something you'll catch them at the exact moment that they're working through something, which is amazing. That means you're in energetic alignment, and that is a wonderful thing. So I hope that aligning your voice with your purpose truly, truly resonates with you. And when you learn to speak from a place of clarity, authenticity, and confidence, you create a magnetic presence that naturally attracts clients. Like, you don't have to go look for them. And who doesn't want clients that are just already excited to work with you? I know I want that for me, and I want that for you. So people are drawn to those who communicate their value effortlessly, who are real, and who understand the power of giving. And remember, this isn't about changing who you are. It's about amplifying the best parts of yourself and allowing your voice to reflect the true value. Do you hear that? That's super important. We're not asking you to change who you are. It's about picking out those best parts of you and amplifying so that you're allowing your voice to reflect this true value, because this is what clients want to hear from you. This is what really attracts them and aligns them to your natural magnetism. So, as always, I want to thank you for joining me today on Beyond Common Business Secrets. If you are ready to dive deeper into using your voice to attract clients and making a lasting impact, go ahead and grab my workshop on brand clarity, how to speak your brand message with confidence, where in this workshop, I'll continue to share practical, actionable insights that empower you to build a business that's aligned with your purpose and that activates your true, authentic voice. So, friend, until next time, remember to speak with clarity, authenticity, and confidence. And watch as your voice naturally attracts clients who truly value what you're bringing to the table. Now, even when it crackles, keep working through it, because you will get stronger, more powerful, and more magnetic each time you start training the muscle of your voice to be comfortable putting yourself out there. For those of you that found this episode very, very helpful, please share it with a friend. We appreciate you passing it on to your business bestie, and engage with us on social media. Inform us what you found most insightful about this episode. And wherever you are tuning into this episode, please be sure to subscribe and leave us a review. We love being informed by how Beyond Common Business Secrets is impacting you in your everyday life and your business. Stay beyond amazing, friend, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.